Welcome to the Schoology Overview for the Ware County Schools. My name is Jim Farmer and I'm an instructional technology coach with the Ware County School System, and I'm going to go over the Schoology service and help you kind of understand how it can be used and hopefully be helpful in your class. Schoology is a really neat application service that combines a learning management system with some social networking features. One of the first things I want you to take a look at, we're on the actual Schoology homepage right now, which is schoology.com, and right on the top here is a video that you can watch when you go to it. It's about 3 minutes long, and it gives you a really in-depth kind of look at the details of what Schoology is. But I'm going to give you a little overview, and then we're going to sign in with a sample teacher to show you what it'll look like for you. So basically, Schoology is a learning management system combined with some social networking features. So think in terms of either WebCT or Blackboard, or more recently Moodle, and combining that with some Facebook type features. And if you'll notice from the little video clip capture here, it even has a similar feel and look to what Facebook does. So these features combined together will hopefully engage our students and allow them to collaborate and take part in your courses in some new and collaborative ways. So the first thing is, there's some resources on the home page, obviously the video I mentioned, but you can also click on these links down at the bottom to get some more understanding and some documents to help you out. We're going to go ahead and sign in with a sample teacher that I've created. In order for you to sign in, you need to use the username feature, so that's right here. Click on Login with Username, and it'll bring you to the login page here. You're going to type in your school, and my sample teacher is actually at Waycross Middle, so I'm going to choose Waycross Middle. And my teacher's name is Joe Gator, so we're going to do J Gator is his username. And then the password that you have been given. And we're going to log in. And you can see right from my login page, this is my initial setup on here. So I have some settings that I can go through and start to configure how I want Schoology to work. So I've got my grading periods that I can set some custom ones, or they're already created for our system in there as well. Now your privacy settings are kind of like what you have with Facebook, where you can make things public and private, but in terms of Schoology, public is a lot different than it is on Facebook. Schoology is think of it as a walled garden that only people with usernames and passwords can get in. So you're not going to be making this available publicly and then everyone in the world can see it. So it is very, very private. Now the next part under 2 here, where it says add users to your school, we're going to be uploading the students for all the courses, so you won't need to be adding any students. Now the one thing you will be doing though is creating your courses and putting in your information, and it's as simple as clicking on this and going through a step-by-step process. And then you'll notice here some other of the features of your profile. You can add a picture if you want to, and then configuring more privacy settings as well. So one of the first resources I think is real important is the Schoology Resources right down here at the bottom. When you click on that, it takes you to a PDF document that when you click on and open, it will show you the basics of Schoology with some screenshots, and has an introduction, tells you some of the basic features that we're going through here and signing in, and how Schoology will work. So that's a really neat feature and really helpful to take a look at. And that's again right down here at Schoology Resources, and you can click on that PDF. So some of the resources here that it showed were the courses, and of course we don't have any courses, so when you click on that, you'll be able to click on Create a Course right here and then go through your course setup. And then it tells you your how to go ahead and do step by step. And you can see there's grading periods and class periods, and all of those things are customizable, that you can create your own if you wanted to, or do a full year course if you wanted to as well. Groups allow you to put your students into groups, and you can even work in groups with fellow teachers and team members. And then you'll notice here you can edit. So if you had to make some changes, you can come in here and edit the changes for your students and for your users. And then you can see there's different roles that we are having access to. The students are limited access just to what you assign them, and then the teachers and school admins. And then there's also system settings that you can get into, and course codes is a thing that you can enable to make it real easy for students to sign up. If you just give them a code, they can put that in when they sign into Schoology and they'll automatically be assigned to your course. Really, really neat features. And then there's the My Documents section, where you can upload documents and you can upload links to resources, and you can make them public or private. So you can have just your folder with your information and some maybe your documents that you want to use that you don't want people to have access to. You can keep that secure and private, or you can make folders completely public where your students can have access to them to be able to download things and to use when they're outside of school. And then of course the calendar feature would allow you to put in homework, testing, holidays, anything you want on here for your students to be able to see, as well as their parents. There are features in here where we can make available to parents so they can log in and see what their son or daughter has due that week, or when their next test is, or when their big project is due, because they might not get that information from their wonderful students. So lots of really, really great resources, and we are really hoping that this is a great way to engage our students and to allow them to collaborate on projects and activities, and to do some neat work outside of school and have access to your course and your information and things that you want to share with them. So as we move forward, I'll be sharing more things with Schoology and working with you one-to-one and in small groups to really get this going, and look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you very much.